Welcome back, everybody. Well, our special guest today, not one, not two, three-time James Beard Award-winning chef. That's right. Sean Sherman is a leading figure in the Indigenous food movement. He's committed to spreading more awareness about Indigenous cuisine and how we can all bring more diversity to the kitchen. He's out with a new cookbook. There it is. It's called Turtle Island: Foods and Traditions of the Indigenous Peoples of North America. Audience, give it up for the great chef, Sean Sherman, everyone. By the way, we were just right before we came back to you, I was congratulating my friend. Will you list off, the darn thing just came out 14 minutes ago, and it's already, it's everywhere already. List off all the places, Chef.
Yeah, I mean, we just hit New York Times top 25 or top 14 cookbooks yesterday, and we're on Civil Eats, Washington Post, Smithsonian, Saveur Magazine. It's just been going. It's only 2 weeks old.
It's already flying off. How long does something like this take? Because Lord knows I will never write a cookbook. How long does that take?
This took about 3.5 years, plus just all of the last decade of traveling around North America and going to all these different regions, talking to Indigenous peoples, connecting with Indigenous communities everywhere, and just trying to showcase this diversity. One
of the things that you do via food, and I think it's so great, is introducing the culture via food, via sitting at the table and sharing food. What, even for you, in the community, part of the community, a celebrated figure in the community. In your research in the book, I was wondering, something that you learned that shocked you or surprised you?
I mean, I think I'm learning constantly every year because I'm meeting more and more Native communities. You know, there's 574 tribes in the U.S. alone, 622 in Canada. Over 20% of Mexico identifies as Indigenous. So we just looked at all of North America, erased all those colonial lines, and just looking at all of these Indigenous diversities that are out there through food, through culture, and through stories. And there's just so much to talk about.
Chef, is there a through line? Is there an overarching, can you list off for people, again, that's why I love that you're here, what are some of the values that kind of permeate all Indigenous cooking? Is there a set of values?
Yeah, there's a lot of commonalities when it comes to Indigenous cooking, just because people are so
May I stir while you're
Please
talking?
do. That's the venison chili.
Yes.
But people are deeply connected to the plants, to a lot of these heirloom seeds, because we're using a lot of native agriculture that's been around for thousands of generations, or I mean, just thousands of years before European immigrants had showed up on American soil, you know. And so there's just so much to talk about when we're looking at the diversity of Indigenous peoples and all these foods and flavors, and what's the Indigenous foods of the Northeast, to the Southwest, to the Great Lakes, to the Great Plains, to Northern Alaska, to Southern Mexico. And there's just so much story out there.
Because you have, yeah, absolutely. And let's, before we talk about the dish here, I want to celebrate you in another avenue, your restaurant. It's basically booked through 2040. How does it feel that your food has not only been embraced, but here we're looking at a little bit of the kitchen now. It's not only been embraced, but all joking aside, it is booked for many, many, many months. That must feel incredible for you.
It's been great. I mean, we've been sold out since we opened, you know, in 2021, and people are always asking, how do I get a reservation? I just say, I don't know, I just grew up on one.
Yeah.
But we're actually, we are looking forward to moving into the Guthrie, because the new Guthrie space is going to double our capacity, and that's going to help get a lot more people in the restaurant.
That's right. And if you're watching, for our friends around the country, you know, Minneapolis is known for many wonderful things, and one of them is our theater scene, the Guthrie Theater. If you do not know, renowned. You talk to an actor, they know who what the Guthrie is. Double the space, you said?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Well, it's about time, because 2030, I couldn't get in until 2030. But no, it's so great. Okay, what do we have here,
We've got some venison chili. We're serving this at Owamni right now today, and there's a recipe variation of it in this book. We have some true wild rice from Minnesota, because we feature Indigenous wild rice producers, which is unique and not like the black wild rice you find in the grocery stores. We have some simple pieces like some dried bison, some dried crickets that we use at Owamni all the time, some corn cookies, and some wojapi, which is just a berry sauce. And then we have some wild tea, which is just using wild plants from Minnesota.
I know this sounds ridiculous, but I like sweets. Yeah. Before I do this, I want to do dessert first.
Sure, go for it.
What's the recipe in the corn cookie? You're fascinating me with that bad boy.
Yeah, these are so simple because we're using.
May I tab one?
Yeah, please do.
Thank you.
And you want a little sauce on there?
Please,
just a
I
little
do.
Dab,
Yeah,
just
thank
a little
you.
dab.
Yep.
And then, but you know, we use sunflower base a lot, and we use heirloom corn, and everything is gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, soy-free, pork-free. We use the maple sugars, you know, for that. It's just really simple, you know.
Very
and
simple.
And it's clean. It's really good.
It's the definition. Everyone's like hip now. Clean eating. You guys invented clean eating, for
Just the
heaven's
way
sake.
it was.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
diet's so good. You know?
Yeah. Okay. Can I try some
Yeah,
of this?
please do.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
trying this right now.
Go for it. Go
and
right
then
in there.
Base-wise, what's all in this?
So there's some southwestern chilies, there's some poblanos, there's some tepary beans, are these really cool beans from the southwest that are drought resistant, and they're just been grown by a native tribe down there in Arizona. We have ground venison, you know, and it's just a really simple, beautiful, again, clean stew, soup, chili thing.
It is so fantastic. What's next? People ask me this sometimes that when you do you have an overarching, do you want to do more books? Do you want to do more restaurants? What do you want to do, my friend? You've already done it all. I mean, again, that book, as we're standing here, already went up 2 notches on the charts.
Everything, everything that we do is a part of our nonprofit NATIVs, or North American Traditional Indigenous Food Systems, including the restaurant. So we use the restaurant as a tool because it creates a large workforce. We have over 100 people working at Owamni right now today, and we're moving over $500,000 every year just towards Indigenous food producers. And we do a lot of education, so our YouTube has over 200 educational videos of Indigenous-focused education. And everything we're building is getting ready to replicate. We're moving into Bozeman. We have monies to start to move towards Anchorage, Alaska, and we're going to continue to create more regional center points. And this year we're actually moving into the Seward neighborhood of Minneapolis, and we're opening up a new native restaurant concept called Shota, which is going to be a native barbecue concept. And we're also launching what's called Meals for Native Institutions, of creating healthy Indigenous foods for schools, hospitals, community centers, and anybody feeding a lot of people.
So.
And that's about it, though.
So you're an underachiever, is what I'm hearing. No. Good things happen to good people, and you're one of the best.
Appreciate
Thank you, my
Thank you
friend.
so much
Give
for
it up,
having me.
everybody.
Thank
The book, Turtle Island, is on his website, SeanSherman.com. And when you come to Minneapolis to see the show, make a reservation if you can get in. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everybody. Thank you, my friend. I so appreciate it. That is, I almost cussed, and we're still on.